a sacred journey tracing the roots of Eid ul-Adha. Eid ul-Adha is a special time for Muslims. It is a time for celebration and reflection. This festival commemorates Prophet Ibrahim's unwavering faith. Ibrahim was willing to sacrifice his son, Ismail, out of obedience to God. This act of ultimate surrender is at the heart of Eid ul-Adha. Eid ul-Adha is more than just a story from the past. It is a living testament to the power of faith. It reminds us that true submission to God requires sacrifice. This festival teaches us to prioritize our spiritual connection with God above all else. It is a journey of faith, obedience, and love. Muslims around the world celebrate Eid ul-Adha on the 10th day of Dhul Hijjah. This is the last month of the Islamic lunar calendar. It coincides with the Hajj pilgrimage to Mecca. Millions of Muslims gather in Mecca to perform the Hajj. They reaffirm their commitment to God and seek His blessings. Eid ul-Adha is a time for Muslims to connect with their faith. It is also a time to connect with each other. This festival brings families and communities closer. It promotes unity and understanding across cultures. Ibrahim's trial, a testament of faith and obedience. The story of Prophet Ibrahim is deeply moving. It is a story of unwavering faith and obedience to God. God tested Ibrahim's faith by commanding him to sacrifice his beloved son, Ismail. Ibrahim was deeply saddened by this command, but he knew he had to obey God's will. Ibrahim prepared for the sacrifice with a heavy heart. He informed Ismail of God's command. Ismail, a young boy with immense faith, accepted his fate. He was ready to submit to God's will. This father and son demonstrated extraordinary courage and devotion. Just as Ibrahim was about to sacrifice Ismail, God intervened. God sent down a ram from heaven to be sacrificed instead. This miracle reaffirmed God's mercy and compassion. It also highlighted the importance of obedience and trust in God. Ibrahim's willingness to sacrifice his son is a profound lesson. It teaches us that our love for God should supersede all other loves. This story reminds us to place our trust in God's plan, even when we face difficult trials. The sacrifice symbolism and spiritual significance. The sacrifice made on Eid ul-Adha is deeply symbolic. It is not merely about the physical act of slaughtering an animal. It represents the willingness to give up what is dear to us for the sake of God. This act of sacrifice purifies our hearts. It brings us closer to God. The animal chosen for sacrifice is typically a sheep, goat, cow, or camel. It is divided into 3 parts. One part is for the family, one part is shared with relatives and friends, and one part is given to the poor and needy. This act of sharing emphasizes the importance of compassion and generosity. It reminds us to care for the less fortunate, especially during times of celebration. The sacrifice on Eid ul-Adha is a reminder of our own mortality. It teaches us that life is fleeting and that true wealth lies in our good deeds. Section 4. The joy of Eid celebrations and communal harmony. Eid ul-Adha is a joyous occasion, celebrated with great enthusiasm and joy by Muslims worldwide. The celebrations typically last for 3 days. Families and friends come together to share meals, exchange gifts, and offer prayers. The day begins with special Eid prayers offered in mosques. Muslims dress in their finest clothes and greet each other with hugs and well wishes. Homes are decorated with lights and festive decorations. The atmosphere is filled with joy and gratitude. Children receive gifts and sweets. They participate in fun activities. Special Eid dishes are prepared and shared with family and friends. It is a time for laughter, storytelling, and creating lasting memories. Section 5. Acts of kindness, sharing and caring on Eid ul-Adha. Eid ul-Adha is a time for giving back to the community. It is a time for acts of kindness and generosity. Muslims are encouraged to share their blessings with those in need. This ensures that everyone can participate in the joy of Eid. Acts of kindness extend beyond financial donations. Muslims also volunteer their time and resources to help those in need. They organize food drives, visit the sick and elderly, and support local charities. Section 6. Universal lessons, faith, sacrifice, and unity. Eid ul-Adha holds universal lessons. These lessons transcend religious boundaries. They teach us about faith, sacrifice, compassion, and unity. The story of Prophet Ibrahim's sacrifice is a powerful reminder that true faith requires sacrifice and unwavering trust in God. The act of sharing and caring for the less fortunate emphasizes the importance of compassion and generosity. Eid ul-Adha highlights the significance of community and the bonds that unite us. It is a time for Muslims to come together in prayer and celebration. The spirit of Eid ul-Adha extends beyond the Muslim community. It inspires people of all faiths to embrace the values of faith, sacrifice, and unity.